And in case you just joined us, folks, Gulf Stanley Court has been bombed by rubber ducks.
I like it. Is that all?
I guess.
And then do we have a closest to the tape winner? Is that?
I guess that's what it is.
Going to the eye, I guess, maybe? Somebody's got to pick all those up.
Should we run out there and kick one toward the tape and help somebody along?
Here they go. This is going to be a big decision right here.
I think it's one over here in front of us.
Here's the winner. It's a good little fundraiser right there.
Yeah, it is. Right there.
Good idea.
Wondered what was going on, then all of a sudden all these rubber ducks come flying out on the floor. Ordinarily they get you kicked out of a game throwing stuff on the floor, but we are at halftime of here in a wonderful facility in Taylorville, Illinois. If you've never been to Gulf Stanley Court, we would encourage you to get to see one of the historic venues here in Illinois.
Excellent gym. Now, have you been to did Jacksonville redo their gym?
Yes, Jacksonville has redone the bowl. I think they did it over the summer of like 2019. And with COVID last year, of course, I don't think anybody got to see it other than players and officials. But yes, Jacksonville has done some improvements over to the bowl. That's another historic
That's
venue.
A pretty neat little place, too.
Yes, it is. So Lincoln up 21-20 here at the half.
I just like the fans, how they can sit all the way around it. And a lot of the newer gyms, including Lincoln's, you have the two ends that are, no one sits at.
What I like about this, too, and I think it does good for your shooters to give them a background, is the lights in the stands, the fans are in the darkness, and the light is on the court. You get the theater feel to it. There are a lot of these newer gyms that the lights are on all over the place, and it's almost blindingly bright. But here you get the dark background, and I think it helps the shooters quite a bit. Hopefully it'll help our shooters here in the second half.
This has nothing to do with the time of day, but really anything I say doesn't. Did you watch the game last night, the football game?
Yes.
Did you see the glow above the Buffalo? Is that ceiling? They have infrared up there heating up the crowd?
I don't know. You wondered about that, don't you?
It's the first time I'd ever seen it, but it looked like it was heated up there.
The NFL can probably afford that stuff if they can afford. Hey, if they can afford to write a $790 million check to the city of St. Louis, you settle a lawsuit for $790 million, you got some serious jack in your pocket.
And you were happy about it.
Yeah, I wish it would have been more.
Take that.
I wish it had been more after what they did, yes.
Oh, no. As a season ticket holder over there, those last, for 15, 20 years. And they set that all up. The NFL set that all up so that St. Louis would fail and they could move them. And at least now they're getting caught for it.
Kroenke had no intent of being a good citizen there, none whatsoever.
No, he wanted that place, back, and it's all about the dollar bill for him. And I hate when they get on the city of St. Louis because there's plenty of fans. They'll go to those football games just like they do baseball, just like they do hockey. They'll get there. They made him a loser on purpose.
Well, and that's basically about the second time in the city of St. Louis history. Bill Bidwell never would put any money into the Cardinals, and the Cardiac Cards had a great following during a lot of those years with Jim Hart as quarterback and Conrad Dobler and guys like that. St. Louis was a football town.
The Big Red, baby. That's they're America's team now, aren't they? I think so.
Yeah. Just in Arizona.
My buddy's a season ticket holder out there, and we were talking there. He was home over Thanksgiving and talking about how they have now been in Arizona longer than they were in St. Louis. Boy, does time fly.
Something, didn't it? Mr. Bidwell made a fortune off of that move.
Yeah, he made the right move, I guess, getting out of there. And I thought it was kind of funny that when he did all that to St. Louis and moved to Arizona, the forethought that went into it was probably none, and he got out there and they told him he couldn't sell beer because it was an NCAA stadium because they were playing at Arizona State, and then he was mad.
You would have thought somebody would have pointed that to him before the move. Yeah. Again, Lincoln up 21-20 just under 5 minutes to go before we go to the second half. Joe, coaches had the kids down there quite some time. I imagine there's a lot of discussion going on about the defense and allowing Will Bischnauer to get open.
I was going to say, I bet the entire conversation's been about defense.
I would think so. Coaches told us before, earlier in the year, they worked a lot on offense, hadn't worked a whole lot on the defense, but Taylorville getting ready to head back out on the floor. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout. By the time we come back, we'll be just about ready to start the second half. Just over 2 minutes to go before we start the second half here at Taylorville High School. Possession will favor Taylorville to start the second half. Lincoln out on the floor with their second half warm-ups. Lincoln coaches in front of the bench going over some things last minute. Eric Ewald, Neil Alexander, Jeff Alexander.
Brandon Farmer's sitting in there. Brandon's probably the one giving him the update. Now that you talk about that kid that you could give the ball to bring the ball up the court. Brandon Farmer could play the defense and bring the ball up the court.
Yeah, but both he and Corey, look at who they had for a dad. Brett Farmer, who was another one of those guys on a year ahead of me that would be a guy who could reliably bring it up the floor and get you into your offense.
He could bring it up the floor now.
He could. In fact, I can't remember who I talked to. Corey, was it last year, and he said, "Oh, Dad still got some hops."
I know I told the story to him one time, a long time ago, when I first went over to the old Beeson school to play basketball one time, and I hadn't been over there going to play. And we divvied everybody up, and they said, "You guard Farmer." And I didn't really know him or anything, I went over to guard him. My lands, he ran all over the court. I finally said, "Hey, you know what? I'm not guarding that guy.
Brett was
not chasing him everywhere."
Brett was like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
He just ran all over the place.
He's still got hops, I'm sure of that.
He does, and the two boys learn very well. Both fine basketball players.
And good young men.
Yeah.
Now we sound old when we say that.
We are old. I got news for you. The gray hair ought to be telling us something.
Highlighting.
Jake Bimman, Lincoln's leading scorer with 8. Peyton Cook has got a deuce and 2 fouls. He's really the only player in foul trouble. Joe, let's hope Peyton Cook doesn't pick up that third foul here early in the third quarter.
Yeah, and this is where he's going to gain his maturity, is knowing he has those 2 fouls, when to keep his hands out of it and get out of the mix, but yet be aggressive and be a basketball player. So just help him mature.
Lincoln's original starting 5 back on the floor, so is Taylorville's. Taylorville have the basketball to start. Bischnauer sets up in the corner as Markwell's going to take the basketball out in front here of the radio bench. To the media bench across from the scorer's table. Markwell into Brown. Brown gowing on him. Markwell hands off to Brown to Markwell. Inside Friedrich, ball knocked away by Gowan. Lincoln nearly recovered it. Oh, nearly Gowan, another swipe. Brown out front, Heimsness out near the volleyball line. Taylorville looks like they're going to be patient here in their first possession of the second half. Bischnauer to Brown. Friedrich posted inside the Lincoln defense at the free throw line. Markwell hands off Heimsness, out front Brown. Brown against Gowan. Gowan went for the poke and got to reach. That'll be Aiden Gowan's first foul, team's first of the second half.
Yeah, I thought Gowan had him set up perfectly on defense, just, couldn't resist that reaching in for the ball. He was squared up on him pretty well.
Markwell looking to inbounds out to Heimsness in the backcourt. Cross court Markwell. Markwell against the Lincoln defense. Hand off to Brown. Brown, Heimsness, Bischnauer. Joe, we got to watch Friedrich at the free throw line. Lawrence Thomas used to do that with Mike Henry, post him at the free throw line, and they just tore up the zone once they got the ball into him.
Turn and go?
Yep. Or hit the 15-footer.
Yeah.
Bischnauer, Markwell against Biven. Heimsness. And again, Taylorville being really patient, opening possession. Bischnauer nearly traveled with the basketball, kicks it up Brown. Heimsness corner, Bischnauer. Three coming up. Three out of the corner, no good. Rebound, Cook goes up for it, grabs it. Good rebound by Peyton Cook. Good position.
Great position and a big board by Cook. Nice work.
Polis quickly into the front court. Saucy. Lincoln goes to the weave out front. Biven. Polis. Corner Cook. Cookie looks, out front Gowan, Saucy, Polis, Gowan between the circles. Cook in the corner Biven, back out front Polis. Polis gets into the offense, looks for the cutter, looks for the back cut. Saucy off the screen, thought about the three, kicks it back out Polis. Biven, corner Gowan. Gowan going to drive baseline. Gowan, stop, fake, 15-footer up front of the iron, no good, rolls across. Friedrich will pick up the rebound. Out to Markwell. Markwell against the Lincoln pressure. Markwell picked up his dribble to Heimsness. Heimsness against Polis. Trapped at the half-court
defense
line.
by Lincoln. Good defense.
Ball on the floor. Friedrich has it. Friedrich against Cook, going to take it down the lane. Bumps into Peyton, throws it up. No good. Foul.
Did he get on that? Did they call it on Cook?
I don't know. Gosh. I think it may be on Biven. Let's see. It is on Peyton Cook. That's a tough one to get.
Boy, you know what? He didn't deserve that foul.
Cookie with his third foul early in here in the third quarter. 5:44 to go. Lincoln up one. Friedrich, first one up and good.
Friedrich, a good ball player.
Can shoot the free throws.
Yes, he is. Does a good job.
Bryce Friedrich, their 6'4" center. Klopp going to come back into the game for Cookie. Friedrich steps to the line. Second one up and good. Taylorville ahead by one. 5:44 to go here in the third quarter. Polis across the timeline. Polis, Saucy, Biven in the corner. Klopp out front. Polis, Gowan, Klopp. Saucy drive back out to Gowan. Gowan lost the ball, got it back, and now threw the ball in the backcourt. That'll be a backcourt violation on Lincoln as Biven picks it up. Turnover to Taylorville.
Yeah, and you know what? You got to credit the Taylorville defense again. They're all over the place. You guys aren't wearing down any.
Heimsness inbounds underneath the Lincoln or their basket to Brown. Brown three-pointer up, rolls across the iron. Rebound, Klopp chases it down to Biven. Polis. Polis ahead to Gowan. Out front, Saucy, Polis. Polis will pick it back out, reset the Lincoln offense to Saucy, Klopp looking for the back cutter. Klopp kicks it out to Gowan. Gowan, I think, was set to shoot it and lost the ball momentarily. Didn't get it where he wanted, wasn't able to shoot it. Polis going to drive down the lane, lays it up, that's good. And they're going to wave it off in a charge.
Good drive by Polis. Made a nice move.
Yes, it was.
Had his man up, went around the corner.
Oh, and Neal was not happy about that call. He's letting the official have it. Ball in the backcourt to Taylorville. Taylorville still in their backcourt. Biven guarding Markwell to Friedrich. Friedrich going to go down the lane, kicks it out. Bishnauer. Bishnauer long three.
No.
Up, no good. Polis battles for the rebound. Biven got it, kicks it into Polis. Polis on the run. Down the left wing. Polis back out front. Biven. Biven, Sassi. Sassi, Gowan. Gowan, Biven. Biven, Polis. Polis going to take it in the lane, kicks it. Sassi. 15-footer. Up and no good. Rolls across the iron. Ball batted around. Biven batted around. Ahead quickly to Bishnauer and thrown out of the gym.
Wow.
Whew, you almost can't keep up.
Yeah, we got something going on. They're calling the official over to the bench.
Well, let's see what the...
A lot of action going on right there, wasn't there?
Something going on with the timer or scorer. Not sure it wasn't that somebody did not report in the basketball game. And now the officials are going to confer.
All right, could be a timing problem. I've been over there on top of that before. It doesn't look like anybody's too mad, so we're on it.
Cam Nelson in the basketball game for Lincoln.
Yeah, we just get a few of those threes to go down, open up that middle some for us. Maybe Cam come out and hit some.
Now the officials seem to have solved whatever the issue is, and ball to Lincoln. Down 22-21 with 4:12 to go here in the third quarter. Polis quickly to Klopp. Lincoln trying to get something going with screens to Biven, and Brown fell down. Looks like he sprained his ankle. Biven with the layup.
Got the easy bucket there on the layup.
Himes this to Markwell. Let's see if number 4, Brown, is okay. He got up holding his ankle. Markwell in the corner, Friedrich. Friedrich throws it nearly away.
He went up and got that okay.
Yeah, Brown got up and got that ball okay. Looks like he's fine. Maybe just twisted his ankle a little bit, walked it off. Heimsness with the ball out at the volleyball line. Inside Friedrich. There's Bishnauer. Thought he was going to load up for the 3.
He wants to load.
Inside and Friedrich. And Brown got behind the Lincoln defense. Fortunately, Klopp got back there. Bishnauer again, wide open in the corner. And now Bishnauer has the basketball out at the volleyball line. To Brown. Brown, nearly double dribble. Brown goes in the corner. Trapped by the Lincoln defense. Polis takes the basketball away, and a timeout called by Taylorville. Let's see if it's 30 seconds. It is a 30-second Top Hat Creamery timeout. Joe, let's keep it right here. Well, a lot of action here. Lincoln up just one again, 23-22.
I keep thinking there's going to be the Lincoln 3 turnovers in a row. Here's 3 quick points and a free throw, or a layup and a free throw, and all of a sudden we're up 10. But it hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't happened. You expect that somebody's going to break this game open at some point, but it just hasn't happened.
Taylorville's hung in there. They do play great defense. They got some, from what I've seen on the free throw shooting, they'll at least one maybe.
I don't understand. We haven't seen them play yet, but this doesn't look like a 1-3 team to me.
No, they look like a pretty good little basketball team. And everybody gets fired up to play Lincoln. When Lincoln's coming into your home court, everybody.
Team, I'm not sure they understand, or any successful program. Sometimes you just have that target on your back the minute you put the uniform on.
Absolutely. A little bit of rivalry over here at Taylorville, I'd say. We've turned it into a little bit of a rivalry.
Lincoln up 23-22. Biven with 10 now on the evening. He's the Lincoln's leading scorer. Bishnauer still with 11. Let's hope he stays there. Drew Hayes into the basketball game. He'll take one of the back positions on the 1-2-2. Cam Nelson also in the game. So Lincoln with 2 seniors on the floor, a freshman, and 2 juniors. 3 seniors, a freshman and a junior. Taylorville working the ball out front. Now they've posted Brown. Brown screens off Biven. Right wing Markwell. Markwell out front, Heimsness to Brown. Brown, Heimsness. Friedrich, they brought him out. And knocked away by Polis. Good defense by Elijah Polis. Great hands.
I thought I was going to have to get that.
You almost had a souvenir.
Yeah, I was going to grab it and run.
Taylorville inbounds the basketball to Heimsness. Heimsness goes Markwell. Markwell out front, Heimsness between the circles. Inside to Markwell, to Brown. Brown thought about the 3, going to take it in the lane. Kicks it out, and I thought Friedrich traveled. He's going to drive baseline, tried to reverse layup, got blocked. Friedrich.
Good defense. I'll tell you what, good defense there by Drew Hayes.
Great by Drew Hayes. Never brought the arms down, kept him up, let him have the contact, but got the jump ball call.
There. It was a good drive, and they were under the hoop, but
Is Taylorville substituted yet?
I don't know. I don't think so, and that's why I said I don't know how deep they are, but those kids have...
They're going to be tired pups after this game. Corner, Bischnauer. Bischnauer looking inside Friedrich. Out front, Heimsness. Heimsness to the volleyball line. Inside Friedrich. Friedrich, 10-foot turnaround, up and no good. Air ball, out of bounds. Lincoln basketball.
Taylorville going to get a timeout here before it gets away from
A Top Hat Creamery timeout. And it looks like it's a full timeout, so let's go ahead, Joe, and send it. No, this is a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it here.
Big three by Nelson.
Big three by Nelson.
Yes.
He elevated on that, too. You know, we talked the other night, Kerry Froby and I did off air about how Jordan Nelson was a true jump shooter. I mean, he really elevated on his jump shots, and Cam elevated on that one. That was a nice-looking shot.
It's a good shot, good defense, down at the other end to get the ball down there to him. And we haven't let the three-point shooter get one off yet, have we? Already got one off to start the third quarter.
He did, but he really hasn't had, other than that, he really hasn't had the opportunity. Well, I think we've done a good job of remembering where he's at.
Like we said, I believe that was talked about at halftime.
Lincoln up 26-22 on the road here at Taylorville. 1:51 to go here in the third quarter. Remind you of some of our fine sponsors like Mike Moskey Auction Service.
Mike Moskey, he's a good boy.
Mike, one of our fine sponsors, has been for a long, long time. Heartland Community College, Lincoln's Community College, Worth and Associates Realtors, Honest Caring Realtors. Go to online to worthrealtors.com. Moskey Auction Service, phone 217-519-3959. And Top Hat Creamery.
Let's not go back to that ice cream.
Yeah, it's time for some ice cream. Polis, the basketball out front, goes in the corner. Hayes, good pass inside to Biven. Biven, the spin move, gets it to Hayes. Hayes almost went up for the shot, out to Polis. Good move by Hayes. The freshman showed a lot of maturity there, didn't force the shot.
He didn't have it, so he turned it back out front.
Polis, lob pass inside to Klopp, and Friedrich's going to get nailed for the foul. That's the second foul on Bryce Friedrich. But credit Jaden Klopp with the good position. He got him on his hip, got inside of him, and Polis tried to lob pass over him, but Friedrich committed a foul. Lincoln inbounds back. Good cut by Polis.
Nice.
Layup time, good. Great cut off the inbounds play. We've used that inbounds play for a long time, and it was a good cut by Polis.
And you know what? I believe that's only the second easy bucket we've had the entire evening.
Lincoln up 6, 28-22, and now the trap at half court. Brown quickly to Heimsness. Heimsness thought about the three, loaded it up, and then brought it back out. Taylorville going to reset their offense to Brown. Brown right in front of the Taylorville bench. Heimsness Bischnauer loads up the three, up and around and out. Rebound, all green shirts as Klopp goes to the floor. Biven to Polis. Lincoln up 6, 28-22. 53 seconds to go. Possession arrow favors Taylorville. Nelson, another three, loads it up. Another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer by Cam Nelson.
Cam Nelson is that shooter we're looking for.
Cam Nelson off the bench. Kind of broke this one open a little bit. Lincoln a 9-point lead now. Polis stops Brown on the drive. Polis, Heimsness out front to Markwell. Markwell there to carry the basketball in the corner. Brown trapped in the corner. Friedrich got Hayes up and is going to draw the foul. Shot's going to be waved on if it's on the floor. Let's see who they nail for the foul. Looks like it might have been Jaden Klopp. Jaden Klopp gets the foul, his first.
Nice move by the big guy.
And the team's fourth. Yep, got somebody up in the air and knew what to do. Boy, Joe, it'd be nice to have a stop here. Heimsness inbounds, looks under his own basket, continues to look out front. Friedrich. Railer's all over him. Brown's going to get fouled by Klopp.
He's called a little bit out of position there, Klopp was.
Yep.
Stuck that knee out. Sometimes it's a good foul, though. You can't let him go around you for a bucket.
Heimsness inbounds to Friedrich. Friedrich against Polis, and Polis bats the ball away. Friedrich. The ball knocked away again. Klopp picks it up, knocked to the floor.
It's on his back.
First down.
Wow.
Oh, and Friedrich is holding his nose or his head. I think he got bashed in the nose or something.
Yeah, he got something.
Yeah. That was rough. That was rough to watch.
Tell you what, he's rolling around and fighting in there. It's tough.
Credit Jaden Klopp for that toughness to go after the basketball after it went to the floor. Out front to Markwell. Markwell against Gowan. Markwell's going to throw up the shot. Gowan nearly fouled him. No call. And at the end of 3, Lincoln 31, Taylorville 22. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Lincoln up 31-22 as we begin quarter number 4. Joe Ryan tells me there's no reason to be nervous about this, folks.
No.
Lincoln's had this in control. We'll see. All right. Lincoln the basketball. Possession arrow favors us. We're going to have the basketball start quarter number 4. Hayes, Polis, Nelson, Cookie, and Biven on the floor. In the corner, Hayes. Hayes back out front, Polis to Nelson, to Biven. Biven looks inside, Cook's got Friedrich pinned if they can get it inside to him. To Nelson, 15-footer, up and rolls around, no, Friedrich muscles the rebound down. Out to Brown to Markwell, to Heimsness still in the backcourt. Markwell across court, Heimsness across the timeline. Now back to Markwell. Markwell against the Lincoln defense. Biven comes out to meet him and stop him. Bischnauer to Brown. Bischnauer heads for the corner again. Brown, Heimsness against Polis, and now Bischnauer, and Biven goes out to make sure he doesn't get a shot
over Biven.
Inside Friedrich corner, Heimsness the shot up, rolled around and no good. Friedrich goes up for the rebound and gets it in. Bryce Friedrich with 9 points. Seems like he's got more than that. He's been all over the place with rebounds and getting the ball inside. Polis, Hayes, Nelson, Polis going to take it down the lane to Hayes. Hayes three-pointer up and air ball across the rim. Cook goes and chases it down. Good defense, or good rebounding position there by Cookie. Hayes down the lane. Drew Hayes the layup time. No, got back of the iron. Heimsness the rebound. Lincoln up 34-21. 6.5 to go. Around and out. Polis battling Friedrich inside. Cook now going to battle Friedrich inside. And what's the call here? Jump ball.
Good battle inside. Wow.
You're right. The officials are letting them play.
They're letting them play. And I'm going to tell you what, that little 3, what's his name?
Will Bischnauer.
I'll tell you what, that kid's got a quick release.
Heimsness looks to inbound. Bischnauer out here on the right wing. Almost 5-second call. Now to get it into Friedrich. Friedrich kick it back to Markwell. Markwell thought about the handoff to Bischnauer. Markwell jump stop. I think he traveled, and they're going to get him. Traveling the call. Turnover goes back to Lincoln. Let's capitalize on this turnover. 31-24 the Lincoln lead. 6:17 to go in a basketball game.
We got to get to 10.
Polis.
We need to get to 10.
Polis in the front court. Hayes, Biven. Klopp in the corner. Cook out of the basketball game. Jaden Klopp back in. Nelson. Corner Biven. Looks for the cutter and Polis. Polis kicks it back out front. Biven. Nelson. Hayes. Biven. That strong right-handed dribble. Takes a 10-footer in the lane. Up. No good. Ball battled for. And Biven's going to get nailed on the foul. Jake Biven going for the rebound against Bryce Friedrich. Gets his second foul. And the team 6 next foul, they're going to be in the bonus. Taylorville still in their backcourt, quickly ahead, breaks the press very quickly. Bischnauer, corner shot, up and no good. Rebound Biven. Polis quickly ahead to Nelson. Ball knocked out of bounds by Taylorville. Lincoln's going to call a timeout. Coach Al gets up, calls timeout.
Well, he's got a few open looks over there lately and hasn't had one go down. But if he gets a couple of those down, we're in a different ballgame.
Tell you what, it's a full Top Hat Creamery timeout. Let's send it back to the station for 30 seconds with Lincoln up 31-24.
Mint chocolate chip.
Get back to Lincoln.
Well, you know what? It's cold enough. They could just scoop some out and hide it by my back door at the office.
That's right, they could. They could leave it right there.
We'll take some mint chocolate chip, and what do you want?
Chocolate chip cookie dough sounds pretty good tonight.
That sounds good.
There we go.
What else is good? Is that raspberry with the chocolate in it? Boy.
Yeah, it's cold enough out. You just leave it, at Joe's door, and we'll pick it up.
Well, you know why we're talking about it? How about Gazzardo just leave some food out back, too? Ooh. We can heat that up.
Oh, yeah. No problem at all. Nick can do that for us.
Yeah, come on, Nick.
Lincoln up 31-24, 5:35 to go here in a basketball game. This has been a hard-fought basketball game between two young teams. Taylorville's played
Yes, they have.
And the Railers have not backed down one iota. Neil has said more than once, this is a team will fight you, and they have. They've fought very hard for everything they've gotten tonight. Polis out front, goes to Biven. Biven looks inside to Klopp. Inside Polis. Polis looking for the cutter, kicks it out. Nelson, three on the way. He got fouled.
Get the foul?
Cam Nelson is going to go to free throw line. I think he's going to get 3 shots. Foul is on Brown, I believe, his first. And the team's second.
You know what? Cam is the one that lit a fire in us. He got those couple threes to go down, built us a little lead, and here we go.
First one up and good. Just a chip off the old block.
Yeah.
Second one up and good. Peyton Cook back in the basketball game for Jaden Klopp. 5:20 to go in the game. Lincoln up 33-24. Nelson gets them all. So Cam Nelson with 9 on the evening gets all 3 free throws.
His brother probably taught him how to shoot those.
Into corner, Bishnauer. Bishnauer the 3, got him. Just like that, they get the 3 back.
Maybe he's going to try the other side now.
That's 14 for Bishnauer on the evening. Polis, Hayes, dangerous pass to Biven. Out front, Polis. Polis looks to Hayes. Biven. Polis goes in the lane. 3 on the way. No good. Air ball on the floor. Polis picks it up. What
nice
a rebound.
Move.
Polis layup time. They didn't get it. What's going to be the call? Block and foul on Taylorville.
Good job by Elijah. He's the one doing some penetrating there, which is kicking it back out there and letting Nelson get the 3 up. And that time he made a nice move getting that, scrambling for that ball, and he made a move back to the hoop. Let's have him knock down a couple of free throws.
Foul on Bryce Friedrich. That is his 3rd.
Nice.
Up and good by Polis. Tell you what, Joe, as good as Bishnauer's been shooting, I think Friedrich's the kid they can ill afford to lose because of the way he rebounds.
I agree. That kid's played a good ball game.
Second one by Polis, up and good. Lincoln up 36-27, 7 for Elijah on the evening, 4:44 to go in a basketball game. Taylorville in the backcourt. Heimsness across to Markwell. They're looking for Bishnauer. You can tell there he is. Bishnauer out of volleyball line to Brown. Brown to Heimsness. Heimsness was trapped momentarily. Trapped again. Good defense by Polis. Friedrich in the lane. Markwell. Bishnauer another 3. Loads it up. No, air ball. And Cook comes out of there with the board. Those air balls are tough to rebound, Joe.
You just don't see him coming.
Polis, spin move, kicks it out to Biven. Biven looks to drive, goes down the lane, kicks it. Oh, ball knocked away. Friedrich's going to pick it up. Polis going to come in from behind and get him with the foul. Good foul. Stop the breakaway layup.
Yeah, that's a good foul. And I'm going to tell you what, Friedrich, he did a good job. He took that all the way in there and made the layup. He's a pretty agile big guy.
Yes, he is. Second foul's on Polis. And that is the 7th on Lincoln. And that's going to send Bryce Friedrich to the free throw line. We've seen him shoot free throws. He does a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, he's been coached on that a little bit.
Friedrich eyes it up and good.
We tried to Murph him, didn't we?
6'4" Friedrich eyes the second one up and got them both as it rolled home. Hayes, now Taylorville brings the pressure. Hayes to Biven. Biven carried the basketball in the backcourt. Turnover Lincoln. Well, Coach told us this is a team that you wouldn't want to leave in the fourth quarter.
Hanging around.
Yeah. Heimsness kicks it across to Markwell. Markwell. Now they spread the floor a little bit. Bischnauer, Brown. Brown, Heimsness. Cam Nelson front and Friedrich right here at the free throw line. Markwell, the three-pointer, back of the iron. Cam Nelson goes up, skies for the board and gets it to Polis. Polis sets the Lincoln offense. You see the Lincoln kids set, and we go looking for the motion and maybe the back cut here. Biven, Cookie, Polis. Out front, Hayes. Hayes, Nelson. In the corner, Biven. Biven to Polis.
I'd look for us to run some clock.
Hayes, Nelson, Polis, Biven. Biven to Cookie. Cook, Polis. Polis nearly lost the basketball, gets it back, and pulls it back out. 3:07 to go. Lincoln slowing the game down, run a little bit of clock here ahead, 36-29. Up 7. Polis the basketball against Bischnauer. Out front, Cook. Taylorville got a lot of fouls to give before we get into bonus. Polis has got the ball out front, and Ryan Brown screaming instructions to his team. Polis to Biven. Biven to Polis. 2:40 to go in the basketball game. Timeout Lincoln. Ryan Brown up applauding his defense. 30-second timeout.
I'll tell you what, yeah, he's enthusiastic. He's got him up. I'll tell you that. Taylorville's team they're up for Lincoln.
Joe, they got a lot of fouls to give before we get into bonus. I don't know when they start fouling.
I was going to say they should have started. They let us run off almost 2 minutes, which is a good thing for us.
Good thing for us. Shortens the game quite a bit. You have to think, Joe, we're probably looking at either layups or free throws from now on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't. I guess if you're wide open, Nelson, go ahead and take that three. He's feeling it.
Well, Taylorville has Friedrich with 3 fouls. He's the only one of their players that's got any foul trouble. For Lincoln, Cook's got 3, Klopp 2, Biven 2, and Polis 2.
And what have we won? We've won about 8 deep, haven't we, I think?
Yeah, we've gone 8 deep. We've gone 8 deep most of the 10 deep most of the year. I mean, Stevens has been in the basketball game. Conway off the bench. Klopp off the bench. Nelson off the bench. So there's 9. We've gone deep already this game.
I'm saying Taylorville hasn't rested a kid yet.
Actually 10. I forgot Drew Hayes. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, Drew's in there.
Drew's been in the basketball game, so we've gone 10 deep this game. Yeah, Coach has not been afraid to substitute these kids so far this year. In fact, Drew Hayes was going to inbound the basketball. Now it'll be Cam Nelson to inbound for Lincoln. Let's get the ball inbounds.
Doesn't look like they're going to pressure the ball.
And they're going to get inbounds pretty easily to Polis. Polis out front, and now here comes the Taylorville pressure. Ooh. And ball nearly thrown away, knocked away by Taylorville into Coach Al, and it'll be Lincoln basketball. Didn't bat an eye, did he?
No, it's funny.
Nelson. Inbounds to Polis. Oh, a dangerous pass, almost thrown away. Polis got up there and got it like a wide receiver. Nelson, the basketball out front, Polis. Got Cook stationed at the free throw line. Biven and the Railers passing it around. Inside to Cook. Cook layup time coming. Heimsness, I think, is going to get nailed for the foul. Cook had the layup inside, couldn't convert, but got hacked.
Yeah, Cook going to go to the line now. He's, the 2 fouls have hurt him. It's made him play a little timid the rest of the day.
Cameron Heimsness got nailed for the foul. Peyton Cook, first one up, off the iron, no good.
Come on, Peyton.
36-29, the Lincoln lead.
We need this one, bud.
Right now, 3-possession game. Second one up and no good. Back of the iron. Ball batted away by Cam Nelson. He's going to get nailed for the foul. Taylorville's going to go to the other end, shoot free throws.
Boy, out of everything we said, they were letting them play, then all of a sudden, back-to-back fouls.
Cam Nelson, his first foul. 18 fouls on Lincoln. Fortunately, Taylorville not yet in the double bonus. Let's see if the rest of the team can shoot free throws. Luke Markwell at the free throw line. Up and good. Line drive free throw went home.
Line drive, wasn't it? Well, that got over the front of the rim.
Second one, Luke Markwell. Up and line drives it again. And lane violation, it looks like, on Taylorville. It looks like it may have been on Markwell himself from the way the official pointed. He may have jumped across the line a little bit too quick. Hayes inbounds the basketball to Polis. Polis to Hayes, to Biven, across to Polis. Railer's going to get the ball across half court, and now ball knocked away from Polis. Taylorville going the other way. Bischnauer, and Hayes got out there, so he couldn't get the three off. Inside Friedrich. Friedrich to Markwell. Markwell thought about the three, looking for somebody. Gets it to Brown. Brown drives baseline. Kicks it to Heimsness. Good layup. Good cut, good pass. Heimsness with the layup. Cuts it 36-32.
That was a good cut and a good pass.
Joe, we talked about turnovers. We got to hang on to the basketball now.
Yeah, I think they confused us maybe a little bit when they came out with the full court press. They just kind of on and off with it at times, and I think we're not ready for it.
So Lincoln, we have timeout on the court. I'm going to keep it right here. 36-32, the Lincoln lead. Minute 52 to go in the basketball game.
And what a basketball game.
Been a great basketball game so far. Hope you folks at home have enjoyed it here on WLCN, Sports Voice of Central Illinois and Logan County, FM 96.3. Good time to thank again some of our sponsors. Mike Moskey Auction Service, Top Hat Creamery, sponsor of our timeouts. ME Realty, Chicago Street Rentals, our tip-off sponsor. Top Hat Creamery, located in the Arcade Plaza across from Gazzardo's. Town and Country Bank, ME Realty, Me Realty, our streaming live video sponsors, Worth and Associates Realtors, Honest Caring Realtors, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1974. Call 735-3411 or go online to worthrealtors.com. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Lincoln got the ball inbound, still in the backcourt. Hayes to Polis, across to Biven. Biven breaks the press, back to Polis. And they're going to come out and get Polis. Watch this. Here they come. Nope. Tried to double team him. He got it quickly to Biven. Biven looks like he got fouled. And Taylorville player goes to the floor. Brown looking for the charge. Didn't get the call. And still we're not in the bonus. Foul on,
they're going to have to foul again.
Foul on Luke Brown, or Dylan Brown, his second. Ball inbound to Polis. Got that in pretty easy. Now to Biven. Now Polis at the center circle. Polis, double team, gets it into Cook. Cook kicks Nelson. Back out front, Polis. Let's keep playing that triangle, guys. Polis, Biven to Polis. Stay away from the half-court line. To Biven. Biven goes to Hayes. Hayes out front, Biven. Lincoln running time. Polis to Biven. Biven looked inside to Cook and threw the ball away. Wow. 36-32, the Lincoln lead, just 4 points. Lincoln was running clock and doing a good job of it.
Coach wasn't about to give in and foul, was he?
No, he wasn't. It's kind of surprised me. I was waiting for it.
I thought so. But
Markwell the basketball to Bischnauer. Bischnauer kicks it to Heimsness. Heimsness to Friedrich. Brown. Markwell inside Friedrich. Friedrich hook shot up. No good. Ball rebounded by Cook. Good rebound by Cookie.
Big board, Cook.
To Biven. To Polis. 44 seconds to go in a basketball game. Biven still in the backcourt. Quickly across to Hayes. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Friedrich. 40.5 seconds to go. The Lincoln lead is 4. 36-32. Cam Nelson inbounds the basketball for Lincoln. Right here in front of the media table. Nelson looks to get it inbounds. And the timeout taken by Lincoln as Nelson struggled to get the basketball inbound. It's going to be a 30-second Top Hat Creamery timeout.
I'll tell you, that was a big play right down here. A big play.
I didn't play a minute, and I'm worn out.
I can't believe that they didn't start fouling a little earlier.
Well, one would have thought when you have a few fouls to give, you'd want to maybe put us in the bonus, because I'm not sure that they know, or we even know, if we haven't gone to the free throw line that many times this year. Of course, you'd have to be careful maybe of who you put on the line, but Cook did miss 2 free throws earlier. I'm surprised he didn't come at us a little bit harder like you said, and just got those fouls.
Yeah, I was going to say, with 2 minutes to go, let's see if they can shoot fouls. But good for us. We're down to 40 seconds now with the 4-point lead.
Yep, we just need to get the basketball inbound. You would think they'd be fouling now.
Yeah, they have to foul now.
If they don't get a steal off the inbounds play, you'd think they'd probably go ahead and foul. All right, folks, 40.5 seconds to go. You folks in Lincoln and Logan County, think really hard that we're going to get the ball inbounds. Nelson inbounds the basketball, looks. Polis in the backcourt, and we got it inbounds. Polis, the basketball. Dribbles against Bischnauer, and they're going to come at Polis hard. You can see it coming. Polis gets it inbounds, or gets it to Bivin, and I think Bivin got fouled. Ryan Brown was wanting the over and back violation, and I'm not sure. Polis may not have stepped on the line.
Yeah, it was close.
So that was the foul to give. We're in the bonus. This next foul coming up. Looking to get it into Polis again. Throws it into the backcourt. Polis runs quickly into the front court. Bischnauer here, and here comes the pressure. And they foul Polis really hard. Brown hit him in the back.
And Paul sprinted to the free throw line.
I know, he said, up. Heck, I'm just going to free throw line. Heck with this.
I'll be over here.
Yeah. Aiden Gowan coming back into the basketball game for Lincoln, going to replace Cam Nelson. 27.3 seconds to go. Make Logan County. Elijah Polis, the senior, up and good. Drained it. 37-32, the Lincoln lead. Elijah Polis with 8 on the basketball game.
No pressure, Elijah. Come on.
6'3 senior, second one up and good.
Right
Drained them both. 38-32, the Lincoln lead. 27.3 seconds to go. A 2-possession basketball game for Taylorville to tie. Heimsness in the corner. Friedrich, the long three by the big guy. Friedrich misses, rolls around and out. Heimsness, the rebound, throws it up, no good. Cook, the great rebound to Polis, and Polis gets fouled in the backcourt by Brown.
He's sprinting down to that free throw line again, too.
15 seconds to go. 38-32, the Lincoln lead. Elijah Polis, 9 points on the basketball game. Jake Bivin leads us with 10. Bischnauer kids only scored 3 points in the second half.
Yeah, he got a target on him at halftime.
Polis, the first one up and drains it. 39-32.
His mom is a good free throw shooter. I don't think his dad could make it, but his mom was a good free throw shooter.
Elijah eyes it. Second one up and got them
Nice.
both. 40-32, the Lincoln lead. Polis with 11, our leading scorer. The timeline is Taylorville. Heimsness the long three, up and no good. Batted around by the Lincoln players. Gowan to the floor. Bivin to the floor. You think you might as well be coaching football out here the way some of this is going.
There's been a lot of that going on. They let him play.
Yeah.
I like it.
Bivin knocked it out of bounds. Heimsness to inbounds. Gets it inside Friedrich. Jump hook in the lane. Up, no good. Cookie, I think, taps it away. We got the rebound. Game over. And Lincoln is going to win it 40-32 here in Taylorville. A hard-fought victory for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the postgame show. Jay Hart and Joe Ryan back here in Taylorville. Joe, that was a hard-fought basketball game. I'm tired. I don't know about you, but I didn't play a minute. Those kids have got to be tired as hard-fought as that basketball game was between these two teams.
Well, maybe it was because I was sitting so close to the action, but I will tell you, the officials let them play, and I liked it. And there was a lot of banging and going around, and this was a great basketball game. Fun to watch.
You know, there are some venues you remember. This is one of them where we walked out of here pretty disappointed. It was Chuck Verderber's sophomore year. Got beat in the regional final here. Some controversial calls toward the end, and the last second shot beat us. This is one of those places, Joe, I think, and you know it from football. You know, you go in and you go out with a victory, and it's almost as you don't really care how you played. It's, hey, we got out of there with a win. Let's go home.
That's exactly right. Nothing wrong with winning ugly.
No. And I think that's probably, maybe what Coach Al kind of feels right now. I'm sure there's a lot to work on, but at the same time, hey, we walked out of there with a victory on the road. The kids didn't fold when maybe they could have during points of the game. They didn't let Bitchenauer bury him in the game. They kind of worked harder to contain the Friedrich kid and not let him just do what he wanted to inside.
You see, I think that was the best part about this whole, not only the W, but he got a lot of good minutes out of some young kids in a tight ball game, that's going to pay off later on for him.
Well, you think about it. Send in the junior Cam Nelson, and Cam's had a couple of good games. I'm sure Cam's had everybody tell, oh, you were great. You had a couple of great games, and you wonder if the kid gets so you put him in a tight game where he did make a big difference.
Oh, yes. We had needed that three all night, and then he set up over there twice, and all of a sudden it's kind of a little different ball game for us.
And we haven't got much to the free throw line this year, but we got to the free throw line at the end, and we made them when it counted.
And I expected giving them to wear down, so they played well the first quarter. So they hung around the second quarter. I thought that our press and everything would wear them down, but they didn't. They stayed strong the entire game.
And I don't believe they substituted during the entire
game.
They didn't. I think their five went the whole way.
There's 7 uniforms over there that aren't getting washed. You fold those up gently and put them back in the bag and save your mom some time.
Yeah,
that was it was a battle. It really was a battle. There's some Taylorville got some good kids on the team. I can't. What's the big guy's name?
The Friedrich kid,
yeah.
Bryce Friedrich.
Boy,
yeah,
that kid played hard.
He played tough, played strong inside. Will Bitchenauer was not afraid to take the three-pointer, and even we did a much better job of covering him there in parts of the second half than we did in the first half.
And the other big thing we did in the second half, I thought more so than in the first half, is rebound. We seemed to be positioned better, and we had to out-rebound them in the second half. Not in the first half.
No, and part of that, though, may have been the fact that Peyton Cook got a few more minutes in the second half than he did in the first half.
Yep, could be.
And give credit to Jaden Klopp come in and substituted for Cook, played very well. Drew Hayes came in and played pretty well.
Again, another team effort for him. And that's what you're looking for. And we played 10 guys. Got 10 kids playing in that game. I'll tell you. That makes you better when it's tournament time.
Lincoln goes 2-0 in the Apollo with a 40-32 victory over the Taylorville Tornadoes on the road. Lincoln's first road game of the year. We'll get another road test Friday night down in Charleston, where Justin Tierney, formerly JT, former media member in Lincoln and Logan County, working for the Lincoln Courier, now moved down to the eastern part of the state. He's going to come out. Mad Max Postgame may be the color guy for that one. That'll be interesting.
Mad Max. Yeah, Justin, a good boy. He loves his basketball.
Don't really know what to expect, but they didn't look like a 1-3 club to me. They keep playing like that. They won't be, they're now they're 1-4. They won't be hanging on one victory very long if they keep playing like that.
Getting that kid the open looks. If he hits a few more threes, we're in real trouble.
He could have really put us behind the 8 ball if he'd have hit a couple more threes, and the Friedrich kid maybe got a couple of putbacks, and we'd gotten some more kids in foul trouble. So waiting here for Coach Neil Alexander on the post-game show.
I told him to hurry up. He doesn't need to have a Diet Coke before he comes over here.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't seen his Big Gulp come across from the home games. He's had a can of Diet Coke. It's a little surprising. He's got that Big Gulp cup. Up here he comes.
Hey, look, Big Gulp, Diet Coke.
Yep.
That's exactly what happens.
Well, I'll give up my chair because I think he needs it.
Oh,
after that game.
He set the entire game over there.
No, he didn't. Can you hear us? Congratulations on the victory. Joe and I were talking. This may be, I know you look at things, you say, we've got stuff to work on from this game, but I think there are times you walk out of a venue where you say, oh, we won, let's go home.
Well, we survived, and it's an adventure. Kids played hard. We just are, when you get pressured like that and you're young and you're not experienced at the varsity level and things, I call it game slippage, and you forget what you're doing. And we had a lot of that tonight. And, boy, they play hard. Taylorville plays hard. Give them some credit. They defensed us the way you got to defense us. Not let us get to the basket. Not let us get into our sets. They done a nice job with a game plan.
In the first half, it looked like they were trying to deny us the dribble and the drive and the penetration we get, and maybe dare us kind of to take the outside shots.
Well, they took Jake out. They denied him the ball, and then when Nelly come in, they denied him the ball. So Nelly hit some big shots, real big shots. But I mean, in the fourth quarter there was a spell where we took 4 bad shots in a row. 4 bad shots, and shot selection wins and loses your basketball games. And, that could have been a point. I'm not sure they scored on the 4 that we took, but we had a couple later on in the fourth quarter. But that's just basic panic of, well, I don't want to turn it over, so at least I'll get a shot off. So
who knows, might go in.
Well, yeah, and sometimes it does, and we've had that happen. But, again, the kids play hard, and I would have never guessed it would be 7-0 at this point in time.
I thought we did a pretty good, or better job anyway, of defending the Bischnauer kid in the second half.
Well, and that's another thing that we had 2 guys on the board. One was you can't let 3 find a spot and get comfortable, and he got comfortable. And, we would run inside instead of staying out on him. And second half we done a much better job. And then the number 35, a nice player inside. He got kind of aggressive, and right now Peyton's having trouble with post players that are very, very physical, and this guy was physical, and he's a step slow. When you're a step slow, you're going to get in foul trouble. And the last couple games, he's been in foul trouble, so he's got to come, and hopefully he's learning from it, and we'll continue to try to get better.
Nice to see Polis hit those clutch free throws down the stretch.
We did hit free throws down the stretch, and we good free throw shooting teams gets the ball in the guy's hands that wants to shoot the free throws, and Elijah wants to shoot them.
To that line.
He's the one that wants to step up there. Now, I'm not sure it's not going under and up and back through, because he sure doesn't put any arch on it, but they go in.
They went right through. I thought we got out-rebounded in the first half, but not in the second half.
Well,
we positioned
we
ourselves
discussed
better.
that, and we were much more aggressive and on the boards, but, it was a rough game, physical game. And these are the type of teams, we played Mattoon, and they just played that zone, and we were able to go where we wanted to. They wouldn't let us go where we wanted.
We made were you looking for them to run like they did? I mean, we haven't watched a Taylorville basketball game, but
yeah, they like to get it out, and we didn't recognize that. We should have a guy, we got them back, but they don't go all the way back. They got 2 guys streaking down the sideline. We kind of look and watch them, and bye, I got to go, and then it's too late.
They're not going to the concession stand.
No.
Joe and I noticed that they were, the Friedrich kid would go in and go in for the rebound, and they were flying 2 guys almost instantly.
Yeah, they were trying to release, and if you got one guy that can control the boards, you can do that. So the way you stop it is to rebound.
And the Friedrich kid was, he was a horse inside. It was tough to get around him.
He's a pretty good ball player.
He's a nice player. He's got good post moves and strong, got nice touch, and
shoots free throws.
Yeah,
that's good.
I like him. I think he's a good player.
The other thing we were talking about was just getting in. I mean, you got 10 kids in the game tonight. They're getting some valuable minutes, some experience.
The thing we got is if somebody's lacking or don't seem with it as focused as they should be, we got some people that can step in and look to see at different options. And you would think that would make them open their eyes a little bit that, hey, if I'm not doing it, somebody else will. And this is one of the teams that in a long time that I've had that we've had that pleasure to have.
Yeah, it's going to pay dividends when you get deeper in the season. I
Yeah.
think, getting all that experience out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought a hard-fought ball game, but I'm going to tell you what, from the guy over here that's just sitting watching the game, that was a good ball game. Fun to watch.
Oh, it was fun.
We saw you get mad once. I like it when you get mad.
Oh, they're okay.
That's the fun of coaching.
They like to see me mad too, I think.
I think I get the biggest chuckle out of it.
They probably go home and tell stories about it. But that's okay.
I'm not sure I should admit this on the air, but I miss the old days of coaches throwing clipboards and coach. You never see that anymore.
No, we're all our best behavior because of social media.
Yeah.
Can't act like that anymore. It's good stuff.
Well, you got a lot of kids in the game tonight. You got kids you had a tight basketball game tonight on the road, and you walk away with a victory. That should be a positive right there for you.
Well, if you're going to be in the conference race, you got to win some road games, and this is one we felt we should be able to do. And we're walking out of here with one, and Charleston came in here last night and beat them by 20. So we got our work cut out Friday. It's one of the better Charleston teams that we've seen.
Yeah, I think they put a 20-point hurt on Mount Zion earlier this year, didn't they?
Sure did. But Mount Zion beat them 20. So that was 40-point swing.
It's early.
It is.
It's early.
It really is.
It'll all that cream will rise to the top, won't it?
It'll settle. It'll all settle down.
Well, long bus ride on Friday night down to Charleston.
Yeah, my favorite trip.
They ever let you drive?
Sometimes I want to kick them out and let me drive.
That's a long ride.
Yes, it is.
Well, you're 7-0, and like you said, I'm not sure that we would have imagined we would be 7-0 at this point in time. This team keeps making progress, it seems.
Yeah, we're a little discouraged tonight because of the, how smart we played, the decisions that we made, shot selection. But again, that this was more of a pressure type game, and those things happen, and they'll learn from it. They know it. They're all shaking their head. Yeah. They all know when they take a bad shot, and, but I can't say enough about how hard they play.
Yeah, they never back down from this team one iota.
No.
Never once.
Nope.
So you got the W and you got a lot of experience.
Can't beat that, can you?
No, you can't beat that. You stop at Popeyes on the way home, get everybody a fried chicken sandwich.
We got Jimmy John's.
Oh, all right.
All right, well, we'll let Coach, thanks for coming up on the post-game show. We'll let you get going to get to the Jimmy John's and get home.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
we'll
you.
See you guys.
We'll
Thanks,
see you Friday
Coach.
night.
Thank you. Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Well, Joe, you got anything you want to add?
No, I tell you what, the Railers, I think this is a hard-fought battle. Good for them. Be a little test for them. Going to make them better down the road. And they moved to 7-0. That's pretty nice.
I watched basketball for a long time, and I can say truly that this has been one of the more, probably maybe not so much for him. He sits on the bench and coaches them, and he's got to correct the mistakes. I don't. But it's been enjoyable to watch this team and watch them learn and grow.
Yep.
Because you know that the kids out there just don't have many varsity minutes. It's hard to expect what you would not really know what to expect coming into this season. And to see them grow and figure that they're 7-0 right now, and they have yet to give up more than 40 points in a basketball game. The defense comes through once again.
Yeah, that defense is doing it. It keeps them in games, and the offense is winning at the end. You hit those free throws. We keep Cook out of foul trouble, and hit some of those threes. There we go. It's a 20-point win.
People are going to look at this score and say, "Oh, Lincoln slowed the game down, or Taylorville slowed the game down," and that is not even close to being the truth, is it?
No, I did not expect that.
They give them a lot of credit. They played very hard tonight, made things very difficult for Lincoln. It'll be a great learning experience for the Lincoln kids.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here from Taylorville. Lincoln walks out with the 40-32 Apollo Conference victory. That puts them at 7-0 in the year. Taylorville drops to 1-4. So for station manager Jim Ash, studio producer director Winnie Ransdale, our on-site cameraman Lloyd Kirby, for my broadcast partner Joe Ryan, this is Jay Hard. Once again, the final score: Lincoln, Taylorville 32. Excuse me. Railers now stand at 7-0. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know Railer Nation enjoyed the outcome. We ask you to patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball from Taylorville, Illinois. Good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the Classic Rock Experience starring on the Nighttime Fix 96. This is Jay Harden wrapping it up from Taylorville. Good night, and thanks for listening.